Perfect. So, hello everyone. A very warm welcome during a lunchtime on a Monday. Um, okay, just had a chat. I'll get back to you in a moment. Okay, Krupali. Um, yep. So, thank you for joining us today for our first session in the AI Oxby Exchange. So, we're more than happy to have you on today. We'll be touching on AI related topics, and today we'll be starting off with the AI agents, what they are, why they matter, and a look at the Google Agentspace. So my name is Daniela, and I'm delighted to introduce you to this open, practical session where we'll demystify AI agents along with Robin, one of our college tutors. We'll be touching on topics that you see today. You're more than welcome to drop questions in the chat. We can make the session as interactive as possible, or we can leave it towards the end, whatever works best for everyone. We'll be taking a look behind the scenes of the Google Agentspace, a new platform that's been designed to bring AI agents and enterprise tools together into one powerful workspace. But yeah, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by tools, data, or repetitive tasks, this could be a real game changer for you. Throughout the session today, we'll share real-world examples of how marketers, leaders, and teams are already using the AI agents to speed up research, boost creativity, and drive smarter decision making. So yeah, just in case you guys weren't aware, how it typically works during one of these sessions is that the session is recorded. Robin will leave with a presentation. Like I said, there's plenty of opportunity for questions at the end or throughout. So you ready to get started, Robin?
Always.
Perfect.
I always love the introductions that you do. I get like I'm just about to walk into the ring. I love it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So today is a really, really important session. We all use AI now. I don't think there's anyone in this session that can say that they don't use ChatGPT, that can say that none of the platforms that they use are AI powered, that it hasn't been a discussion in our LinkedIn feeds for what, months now? Especially the M dash, that poor punctuation has been critically put in the bin for a lot of creators. But AI agents are actually how you can utilize and have actions, workflows, decisions being made in the background while you do other things within your workspace. And they are something that people don't really recognize. They feel a little bit sci-fi, a little bit futuristic. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what they are, why they matter, and we're going to look at some different kind of spaces where you can go in and get these little AI agents, these workers, to start doing things for you with very limited technical knowledge. So let's start. Let's really look into what these actually are. So we know that AI is integral, it is important, it is accessible, but it's also a really exciting development because it is not only changing how we work, but also how work is done. And what I mean by that is you no longer need to be there to start something, to set something up, or to make decisions on the AI actions that we implement. So these are smart tools. They can search, create, analyze, automate tasks, freeing up our time, enhancing creativity, and helping us within teams to work more effectively. They are, in essence, additional team members who are so niched, so expert in what they do. They work alongside you so you get more out of your role, whether that is project management, sales, marketing, anything creative. And I'm going to break down what they are in this session, why they are generating so much buzz, how you can make a real impact with them straight away, straight after this session. I'll show you how to build one, create one straight away, and you can start doing that after today. And I'll also let you in on the kind of new Google agent space that is becoming more and more large, in charge of kind of the Google realm. If you have any questions at any time, as Daniela says, please pop them in the chat because this session is only 1 hour long. Yeah, so we're going to go through what it is, we're going to create one, we're going to learn what we need to understand. So I'd rather you have that knowledge at your fingertips as you kind of go through this session. So an AI agent, basically, they are imagine having a teammate who never gets tired. They keep learning, they adapt to exactly what you need. Yeah, so it's a system that follows this process. And that is what AI agents promise to deliver, with the ability to watch, plan, and the key thing is they take action on their own. So AI agents are transforming how industries work, they streamline processes, they uncover insights from data, and help us in our roles as leaders, as marketers, to do more than ever before. So these systems are smart systems. Yeah, they are tools to get things done. They can remember what you've asked them to do, even as tasks or situations change. And that is why I said, in realistic terms, this is changing how we use AI, because we're not just using these platforms to create an output, we're letting systems decide what that output is going to be and then implement it without our strict supervision. Yeah, it's the next kind of step that these systems are starting to move forward with. They often combine different AI models to complete their work. If you've done any of the AI sessions with the college or the Martech sessions, you know that there are various types of AI technology that fuel different types of AI outcomes. So it makes sense, right, that these AI agents can be powered with those different types of AI tools. And this means that they can make decisions, they can take actions, they decide. They are like a autonomous teammate with little need for you to step in. Yeah. So AI agents follow a clear cycle to get things done. So even though I'm saying to you that they are like an autonomous teammate, they still need to have these rules that they work within. They have to have a purpose. They have to be trained and taught exactly what you need them to do. And you need to think of it like a loop. Yeah. So when we're deciding what we're going to get our AI agents to do, we need to think of that loop. And this starts with observe, we then move on to plan, and then we move on to act. And these steps build on the last, and also over time allows the agent to keep improving. So not only do you get to have this wonderful kind of system doing X, Y, and Z within your kind of work, organization, agency, workflow, they also get better over time. So I'm going to explain to you now in practice how that works. So let's start with observe. Yeah. So AI agents start by being a bit of a Sherlock Holmes. They pay attention to everything that is happening around them. And the way that they do that is they collect information from many sources. So this could be whatever you need them to learn from to be able to take the next action. So this could be things like user chats, system data, emails, sensors, any of those kind of things. And what they then do is they take that information. They process and organize this information so that they can truly understand what's going on. AI systems only understand the world by the data they are trained upon or the data that we give them access to. They can't understand anything outside of that. So that's how they start. This is how an AI agent begins to work through their process. So we start with observe. They remember what they learned. So they hang on to this data that we have given them. Yeah, this kind of foundational knowledge before they start to work. And they keep context over time. So for example, if you ask an AI agent to research a topic today, it will pick up tomorrow right where you left off or it left off within the process. So that is the first kind of process. We start to observe, and they are learning the environment that they are sat within and the environment they are going to make decisions upon. So we start with observe. Next, the agent decides what to do and how to do it. So the way it does that is it uses advanced language models like ChatGPT to analyze the situation and understand the goal. So this is where it is taking the data we have given it access to and the reason we have put it to work, and it is comparing those and deciding what to do next. It evaluates different options and prioritizes the best actions to take. What is it going to do next, right? And it creates a step-by-step plan to reach that desired outcome. For example, if I put it in the realms of this understanding, it creates a step-by-step plan to reach the desired outcome. That is where the beauty of this comes in, because you are setting up this system to achieve a certain goal or to complete a certain task. Now, you don't necessarily need to know how that is actually going to happen because the AI system is going to do that for you. So if you want to update something like customer records, the agent figures out which systems to use, what data needs to change, and in what order. It is deciding how it is going to fulfill that task. Yeah. So we're moving through that cycle. It's observing, it's learning the environment it is going to work within, and it is planning how to achieve the goal we have set it or what we have set it up to complete. And then once that's ready, the agent moves into action. It can connect to tools and to systems like HR platforms, databases, or CRM software to complete tasks. If it needs help, this is a very clever part of these AI like agent systems, it can ask you questions or delegate parts of the job to other agents. And as it works, it also monitors progress, checks for mistakes, and corrects them automatically. Yeah. So it is working through that system. The great thing when you set up an AI agent rather than using an AI platform is if it doesn't know or it has a gap in knowledge it needs to fill, it will alert you to that. Whereas when you're asking just something like ChatGPT or Gemini, it will just try and give you the best answer. And there's a clear difference between that. One is trying to improve and work towards a goal. The other is just fulfilling the question that you have asked it, the prompt you have handed it. And then there's also kind of this aspect of continuous learning. So this cycle, it loops, it happens over and over. It repeats this observe, plan, and act. Every time the agent completes a task, it learns from the results. It looks at what worked well and what didn't, adjusting its approach to be faster and more accurate over time. So it's an incredibly powerful process. Has anybody integrated AI agents already or kind of been worried about what an AI agent kind of looks like or does? You may have seen ads for these, you may have seen, and it does feel pretty sci-fi. But actually, by the end of this session, you will see how easy it is to go away and start to build AI agents into your workflows, because I will go through 2 ways that you can do that straight away. And also the power that is held behind this type of AI system. So these AI agents, they also know how to use AI systems very well. Compared to human use, it is actually more important that the AI agent, it gives you more of a better outcome. It allows you to get the most use out of the technology it's connected to. It is much quicker than we are at analyzing data. So why would we not be trying to use these AI technologies in the most beneficial way? And at the moment, one of those most beneficial ways is implementing and deploying AI agents. So you may be like, okay, Robin, I know how they work. That's great, but what do they actually do? What do they actually do for you, your organization, and your workflow? Now, AI agents, they're a big step forward from traditional kind of software and software use. So we're moving away from platforms following simple instructions. Now, a lot of the platforms and technology we use within marketing, within project management, they are decision tree based. So if something happens, something else happens next. Yeah, that is what the platform is aiming to do in traditional types of software. AI agents think more like smart teammates. So instead of just following a process like traditional types of software, this type of AI process allows the system to think and decide and improve, meaning that there could be multiple outcomes from that process, but the whole aim is to get you towards the goal that these AI agents were created for. So when we kind of look at what sets them apart from traditional use of AI and also traditional software, is the fact that they take initiative. They're not waiting for a command. They proactively look for what needs to be done. They engage with their environment, so what they are connected to, and adapt as things change. That used to take human intervention, changing of processes, changing of automations. Now it can happen without you actually having to do that kind of technical change. These systems, they learn and they remember. So these agents constantly gather information from many sources. They are a repository for up-to-date data. No data silos here. We're collecting all of that relevant and useful information regarding the task in real time, deciding what is best and acting upon that to get the most glorious kind of outcome for whatever you're trying to do. So they are collecting data from things like databases, emails, different sectors could use sensors, live systems, for example. You could interact it with Salesforce, you could interact it with HubSpot, your CRM, and what they're doing is they're adding to their memory to keep track of important details over time. So they're staying aware of the bigger picture. It's a much more broad understanding that these systems have of the processes and platforms and data that they are connected to. They make smart decisions, and there's a difference between a platform taking a decision and creating an outcome and also being smart. Yeah. So when it's time to act, when it's going through that cycle, AI agents consider goals, rules, and any limits or constraints, which I will talk about in this session. They can adjust the plan on the fly if something unexpected happens. So if we look at it from a marketing point of view, if you have an AI agent who is looking in on your recent kind of Google Ads campaign, if there's a sudden change in market understanding, something happens in the news, we can auto pivot without you having to actually recognize that is happening, understand what to do next, and then reallocate, change the ad creative. There's systems that are starting to do that for us now, and that is AI agents. This kind of makes them more flexible than older automation tools, like we're kind of used to realistically before we had this influx of accessible AI, like robotic process automation. That's what fueled a lot of old systems. But that system would not be able to self-adjust and then drive towards a better outcome. So you can see that AI agents are incredibly powerful once you know what they are, how to implement them, and how to make sure they are ethical, right? And they get stuff done. So they're not just software that kind of collects information and you don't know what to do with that, or it's just another report that sits idly in a dashboard somewhere that you don't really make a difference in. And AI agents actually are connected to our systems and tools like HR software, CRMs, or data platforms to carry out tasks automatically. They can also work alongside other AI agents to collaborate on bigger projects. So you don't have to just have one. You can have multiple AI agents doing multiple things. So if one of your things is to increase sales for a specific product, you can have one AI agent looking for topic sentiment online. Once it collects information, you can then feed that to another AI agent, which is connected to your CRM. And it can be like, okay, so these topics are really powerful. These people came in through this kind of journey in Salesforce. So, okay, we want to now send them out an email stating we have courses on that. We have a product on that. We can solve that problem for you. So then it can connect to another AI agent, which starts to generate that copy for that email. How powerful is that to have at your fingertips, to be happening and as suggestions for you during while you're doing your kind of normal workload. So you're almost got eyes and ears in places that you don't have time for at the moment, because we all know that within marketing, sales, product management, people support, that our to-do lists are getting longer and longer. So AI agents taking over some of those aspects, some of those more timely data kind of collection and automation aspects is incredibly powerful in kind of the grand scheme of things. Another really interesting aspect of AI agents is they act as true teammates. They are not passive. Yeah, it's like having another, I don't know, Andrea across the way who's helping to kind of half your workload. And they are active contributors. So they help us. Their goal is to help us to achieve our goal. That is the only reason that they are created. And they bring real value and they free us up, free people up to focus on the higher level work. You will always hear me talk about the fact that AI is not a replacement for experience or expertise. It can't think anew. Yeah, it only has access to the data we have given it and the data we kind of connect it to. So the like new ideas, strategy, experience, they can't be replaced by these kind of systems. But these systems can help us to be more relevant, analyze data quicker, actually use the data that we are pulling into our organizations all the time. So we are more informed, we can make better decisions, and we can get more out of these systems that we already are using. They just need these AI agents to kind of glue it all together for us. So they are intelligent, adaptable partners that can analyze information, make decisions, and take action. Yeah. Often actually in real time now, which is incredibly powerful, all while learning to do their jobs even better over time. So it's when you realize what they can actually do and what you can actually get them to do automatically, which makes your life much easier. You get more ROI on your marketing, you get more people into your sales pipeline. You can start to see the impact of this technology that a lot of people aren't really understanding how to actually integrate at the moment. So if we kind of put it into, okay, I work within marketing, how can AI agents actually help me? So 3 direct ways that you could set up an AI agent is for things like content creation and scheduling. So AI agents can automatically start to draft things like blog posts, social media, email campaigns, and then schedule them for publication across channels. So they're doing the kind of grunt work. Now, as I always say, AI systems need a little bit of a helping hand. So before things actually go out into the world, check it. But as AI agents start to get better, you may then get to a point where you wouldn't need to check it. Yeah. We then have customer segmentation and personalization. So AI agents can analyze customer data to create segments. So those powerful sections of our kind of individuals that have come into our world, and deliver personalized recommendations or targeted promotions in real time. Hold up. How wonderful would this be? We have a huge database. We have all of this information about how these individuals have come to us. We have a catalog of things we want to sell. These AI agents can not only segment, bring together people who will benefit, but then they can also recommend the right product at the right time without us having to create those automation processes. We then have campaign performance monitoring. So a lot of the time we set things out into the world, and we don't often have time to do the really nitty-gritty analysis that is going to allow us to iterate and make more powerful things from that kind of process. So AI agents can track marketing KPIs like click-through rates and conversions, generate reports, and suggest optimizations without manual effort. I think a lot of organizations would benefit from that kind of like those processes, because these things are taking more and more time. Our clients, our communities, they are expecting us to truly understand who they are. They want brands that are able to recommend at the right time on the right platform what they need. AI agents can help us to do that. And they take it one step further than just platforms, because they actually make those iterances, they can deploy, they can make those decisions based on the goals we have set these AI agents to complete. But it's not just marketing. AI agents can exist within any AI-powered workflow. So a lot of our project management systems now have AI integration. If you go into a lot of the tools that are in your tech stack, you will see AI powered this, AI fueled this, AI boosted that, because everybody wants to be known to be AI powered at the moment. So we can have things like document and knowledge management. So AI agents can organize project files, surface relevant documents when needed, and ensure everyone has access to the latest information. We all know that we're supposed to save things in certain folders with certain permissions and name them certain things. But if I'm busy, I'm just naming documents like copy 3, copy 4, copy 1.3, version 6, whatever. And I'm not going to know what that is a week later. But the AI agent will have already put that in the right place, potentially renamed it for me, and given the right access. Perfect. It's like my technical virtual assistant that is just doing those nitty-gritty things for me, allowing me to have a simpler experience within my work. We can have things like progress tracking and reporting. So agents gather status updates, flag delays or blockers, and generate up-to-date dashboards and summaries for stakeholders. Perfect. It already knows what's happening before me because it can see the bigger picture. I'm stuck within my certain tasks and my team that I work with, but the constraints of another team are impacting me. I may not even be aware, but the AI agent, it gets it. It's connected to all of that information. So it can change the project management timeline. It can let me know, it can alert me to X, Y, and Z that I need to do to improve. Perfect. Exactly what I need, right? And then we can have task coordination and assignment. So AI agents can create project plans, assign tasks based on team availability and skills, and adjust timelines automatically when those priorities shift. So as you can see, we talk about AI within marketing a lot, but actually AI is changing a lot of different processes within all sectors, within different kind of careers. So actually knowing that these AI agents can be beneficial within multiple aspects of an organization also shows you the emphasis and the need to actually understand this technology. Now, one big player in this world and the kind of the first one to use this big terminology like agent is Google Agentspace. Now, if you are part of the Google world, this is going to be incredibly useful. If not, I'll do another platform straight after. Yeah, we just got to start with this one. So Google Agentspace is a platform that brings together powerful AI agents and enterprise search to help you work faster and smarter. It isn't actually available to everybody yet. So what you need to do, if you have access to a Google Gmail account that is part of a domain, so a part of a business account, you just need to go in and sign up for access. And then what happens is you get an acceptance and then you follow that email. It's very, very simple. You just can't log straight in at the moment. You need to sign up for access and then you get granted access. This is a smart hub where you can search across all of your company's data, documents, emails, project tools, and more. We then use AI agents to find information, create what we need. So create content such as blog posts, such as internal onboarding documents, such as internal company updates, and kind of automate the tasks that we need. It is also, as Google is, incredibly privacy first powered. So we're keeping everything secure and private with Google Cloud's enterprise grade security. Yeah. So this is Google Agentspace, and it looks incredibly appealing. It is such a simple UI. So basically, you access it because what we do is we connect to the tools that we automatically have access to. So this could be Google Drive, Confluence, Jira, SharePoint, ServiceNow, whatever you need your AI agents to have access to in one place. Yeah. And everything happens here. So when you log into Agentspace and you start searching, generating, or assigning tasks with AI help, the way that it does that is through accessing the platforms that you have connected. So what can you do with Agentspace? Is you can search and discover. So an AI agent can instantly find answers across all your apps and files, even if the data lives in different systems, which is incredibly cool. And also use Google quality search that understands text, images, and videos. We can then have our different agents that do different things. So we can have an agent that we deploy within this space to summarize reports, create blog posts, draft emails, all in your voice, because it has access to your inbox, to the content you have created before, to anything that you have personally written, so it can pick up on how you connect and who you connect with in different ways, which is incredibly more powerful than when you try to teach something like ChatGPT. Please create this in a tone of voice of X, Y, and Z. And then it kind of gets it and it kind of is there, but this is actually living within your world. Yeah. We can also turn research into clear summaries or audio briefings, for example. We can automate tasks. So you can have specific things, specific agents, such as there's one here on this example as a Jira ticket helper. So when you press that, or if it is triggered by something happening in Jira, you will get the notification you have set up. So you can automate and use pre-built or custom AI agents to complete repetitive work like data entry or scheduling. And we can also create our own agents to handle specialized tasks for our team, because all of our organizations will be different. Even if we're 6 of us in this call are from marketing agencies, we will still have different tools. We will have different processes. We will have different things to sell, right? So we can just set up whatever we need. And again, this goes past automation because of the way it is connected to the data and can make decisions on that data it has been connected to. It is not just following, if I get an email, please send me a notification. Yeah. It can also collaborate. So within these different AI agents that you set up, you can collaborate. So you can have one, for example, that is doing idea generation. So it is brainstorming and refining ideas with AI help. It can then pass to another agent, which can then do deep research on that idea and gather information and get detailed reports in minutes. And it can then pass to something else, such as Notebook LM Plus, and upload files and let another agent organize and explain the content. So it's like having this powerful ecosystem that is actually doing purposeful tasks in the background, so that when you come to something like Jira or like Notebook LM, something has happened so you can carry on. You can get on with your day rather than having to go back and do all of these nitty-gritty little processes to get to that outcome. So yeah, as you can see, it's basically an Google Agentspace is an AI-powered workspace that helps you find what you need fast, generate things easily, automate work incredibly quickly, keep data secure and private, all for one place. Now, of course, there is a cost associated to these platforms because AI needs things like tokenization and access to databases. And Google Agentspace does not currently offer a free public trial. So it is coupled with Google Cloud Infrastructure, but the pricing is included in an upgrade to your normal Gmail use. So it's not massive, which you would think it would be when you think about how many different types of AI platforms you would need to have subscriptions to or connect to compared to this. Yeah, this is all in one. So that is Google Agentspace. Now you can go away and you can start to begin that process straight away. Well, that's a train outside my window. And what we can then look at is realistically, if you are not in the Google Agentspace system, this is a platform you can go away and do a free trial of. Now, who has actually seen the adverts for this? These adverts have been everywhere. These cute little characters have been everywhere on social media. And basically, Sintra AI is a platform that provides these AI-powered agents, essentially acting as specialized AI employees for businesses. These AI agents automate specific tasks across different business functions like marketing, sales, customer support, and data analysis. What I'm allowing you to do here is that you get affordable and efficient AI agents by deploying ready-made tasks. Yeah. So these are already ready to go. They have specific different purposes. And the way that they've kind of tried to explain that is they have specific names. So for example, like Buddy, this one here, is directly already programmed to support you with your business development. We then have, is Dexter on here? Yeah, Dexter, that is a data analysis. So what they will do is they will connect to all of your platforms and analyze data for you. They are incredibly cost efficient. You can choose one of these, and basically, if you want to just try it out, you can go and do a recruiter. You can go and use an email marketer, e-commerce, personal development, and they are already pre-programmed. And what you do is you select the AI agent that you want to deploy. You then follow the process to connect those platforms, the data it asks for, and then it will start to deploy. It will start to do that for you. This takes out any of the fear or the understanding or the non kind of skill of having to technically kind of deploy these systems. Realistically, you could go into Sintra and you can have an additional team member that only supports business development within the 20 minutes it takes to set that up. So Sintra AI is incredibly powerful. I am not associated with Sintra. I don't get any sort of like kickback or like even like anything like that. It is just one of the easiest AI agent multi-use platforms that are currently available. Once you sign up, you get a full onboarding system, and then you connect the data the agent needs to fulfill its role. And the way that they have set it out by having the sales strategist, the virtual assistant, the SEO mastermind, it allows you to specifically choose the agent that you need for that specific task without having to worry about how to develop or create that system. Yeah. So I can pop the link in the chat for you now. And they do have a free trial, so you can go away and try this out without having to worry. You can just go and see how it works and kind of the process of integrating that system. So it offers tailored agents for specific business needs. And it does incredible task automation. They can do repetitive tasks like data entry, posting on social media. They do integration and customization. So you can customize what each agent does to extend their capabilities. The platform is built to scale easily. You can add or remove AI agents as your needs change. And because you're using this one system, you can go away and manage all of your kind of agents within one central brain. If you use AI agents effectively, you could stop paying for your social media scheduler. You could stop paying for your email marketing system. You could stop paying for X, Y, and Z technical platform because this agent acts as all of those, completing all of those tasks for you. So when you consider that, think of the cost you could save. A really good, like we all have access to, social media scheduler probably costs around $50 a month minimum. If you can deploy an agent for less than that and remove 2 or 3 platforms, you are automatically going to have an impact on your return on investment and your efficiency. Because how long does it actually take you to log into all of these platforms? Let this system do that for you. Yeah. So when you're creating an effective AI agent, there are some things that you need to follow. So you can go away, you can use Sintra, or you can log into Google Agentspace and you can start to deploy. But when you're deciding what type of agent you want to deploy and why you're doing it, there's some things I want you to ask yourself. So I want you to define the purpose. What does your AI agent truly need to do? Align that with what you're trying to achieve overall, what platforms you have access to, what data you have access to. List those problems it should solve or what you need it to do for you. Yeah, so you know who to choose on Sintra or what to create in Google. Yeah. Identify the data and tools it will need. So what does the agent need access to? What do you need it to learn from to make the best decisions moving forward? Check if you need any special permissions or integrations or APIs, but within those 2 systems, you will be totally fine in general. We need to then choose the right AI model or platform. So either choose something like a pre-built like platform like Sintra or Google Agentspace. There are others out there. All you really need to do is kind of go in Google, what are like pre-built agent AI platforms? Make sure that you're looking at the security of those platforms, what data it requests, and how it processes data, like we should be doing with all platforms, but it's incredibly important to do that with AI. We then need to train it. So we're like, for example, with Google Agentspace and Sintra, we need to connect it to what we want it to learn from and give it the reason that we want it to behave and what we want it to do. You will also be asked to how you want the output of that information as well. We then need to follow the systems to set rules and permissions. So realistically, decide when the agent should act on its own versus asking for approval. Set clear access to controls so it only sees and edits what it's allowed to. So think of it like a new team member. What permissions are you allowing them to have? We need to make sure we run it through realistic scenarios before we let it out into the wild. Make sure that it is doing what you need it to actually do. And then we need to refine and improve. So adjust prompts, workflows, or settings based on test results. And then launch and let it run, let it do the thing that we have asked it to do. And then obviously make sure you're gathering information on how that is going, right? How do we feel about this interaction of AI agents? As does it worry anybody about their role? Is it a kind of fear of being replaced by these powerful machines that I've spoke about today? Well, realistically, there's a lot of enthusiasm about why AI agents should be implemented. It's more efficient, better customer experience, time saving, it's innovative. People are cautious though, and realistically, it is technology, so there could be reliability issues. We need to look at the cost versus the value. Job displacement is a huge worry when we're automating and having these systems make decisions. Over reliance, and also there is a problem with like hype versus reality. There's a lot of AI washing going on out there, so you need to truly understand what it's capable of doing and what it is doing for you. Don't assume it is actually doing X, Y, and Z. Make sure it is. Check in with the system. So AI agents have huge potential to improve efficiency and drive innovation, but obviously there are concerns. But this is normal. Technology has disrupted our sectors, our job roles for years. Introduction of the internet, introduction of data collection, all of these things have made us feel this way, but we have still moved forward, right? So we need to make sure we're not sleeping and losing out on these kind of opportunities because of that fear, realistically. And there are some key things I need you to consider. So when you're using AI systems, for example, AI agents, you need to be clear about your use of AI as an organization. Transparency builds trust and meets compliance like GDPR and the EU AI Act. Why does it matter? 72% of customers know when they're interacting with something that is created by AI. So why are we hiding? Why are we so fearful to let people know that we have used AI, right? And clear communication helps users feel confident about how AI is being used. So some best practices: tell users when AI is being involved, explain how decisions are made, and document where and how AI is used in your business. That's really going to be important for organizations moving forward. You then need to think about how you're going to mitigate bias. So just like people, AI agents can reflect bias, and this can hurt our business realistically. Even if AI doesn't have feelings, it learns from data that often includes stereotypes or unfair patterns. So we need to use diverse data, audit regularly, and apply fairness techniques to our kind of processes. I also want you to do things like really powerful data governance. So AI relies on large amounts of data. It is the only way it understands the world. But who owns AI generated content, and how should you protect it? So there's been a real recent case about an AI generated graphic novel, and it showed how complicated copyright and ownership can be. As AI adoption grows, strong data governance is essential. So protect your data, communicate clearly how data is used, audit your data kind of sources, and stay informed. So keep up to date with laws like the EU AI Act to stay compliant overall. And what AI agent will you implement first? This is a key thing to think about at the end of this session, because you now know what they are. You now know how to use them, like what they could improve. You know, two different types of platforms that you could go away and actually start to process this and implement AI agents within your workflow, your organization, your team. But actually deciding on what AI agent you will implement first is incredibly powerful. What is the most frustrating part of your day-to-day to-do list? Is there an AI agent you can build that will allow you to overcome that? What is something that is missing within your data collection? Let's build an AI agent that can go and do that for you. So realistically, make sure that when you're deciding what you want to do and how you want to do it moving forward, you are really taking a deep breath and a moment to decide what the AI agent is going to bring to your workflow, your job, your organization. And that is the end of today. But I just wanted to also let you know about our Slack channel that we have within the new name of AI, Oxby AI Exchange. And this is a space where I put information about AI, MarTech tools, AI regulation, and we can just discuss the kind of things that are coming up in this sector, because it is not going to go away. I promise you that. But if you've got any questions, please let me know. Please pop them in the chat.
Great. Thank you, Robin. Yes, do feel free to pop things in the chat and then we can go back and forth with Robin for a little bit. Otherwise, I'd be more than happy to share a little bit more about what I do, how I'm involved in this project, and yeah, talk a little bit more about the colleges. So the great thing about AI is that it's relevant to all industries. We do have a qualification, which is the AI practitioner, which is part of our Oxford College of Technology, which is generally applicable to all industries as well. So there's a bit more information about that linked in the chat for you. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to schedule a one-to-one consultation to speak to me or a member of my team. Great, that's great to hear, Mark. So Mark is looking forward to having a go and trying it out with the agents as well. So he has Google Workspace to come. That's great to hear, Mark. Yeah, you're more than welcome to book a chat with a member of our team and we can pinpoint what qualifications or courses or things that we have on at the college that would be beneficial to you at your current stage of career development. Otherwise, yeah, it's always great to kind of have people attend these sessions, sharing their lunchtime with us, going through these topics. Robin, do you know what the session is about next week?
Oh, I can't remember. But
Yep.
I am going to add in a session of how to build your own ChatGPT, which
Oh,
will be, we're
wow.
going to do that together in the hour.
Sounds
So
very interesting.
yeah, so that would basically be your own AI agent, because it would be connected to all of your own systems. The only difference is you would have to prompt it rather than it act upon itself. So I think these sessions are really cool because we get to learn the technology, but then we can do them together within the hour.
Definitely.
Um,
Definitely.
but Daniela, what would you want to fix? What would you want an AI agent to do?
That's a tough question.
She's like, so many things.
That's a tough question. Um, I think with me it would be anything to do with kind of automating basic tasks.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much during our day that we have little bits and bobs that we could probably delegate towards technology. So that would be very helpful for my end. But otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm a newbie. I hop onto these sessions because I don't know much about AI at all, if not only ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, it'd be really cool to see if you could like maybe use Sintra to implement something
Yeah,
before our next
definitely.
session. But
Definitely. That'd be super interesting. Um,
yeah.
the next session would be on how to use AI without losing your voice.
Oh yeah, so it's tone of voice that we're going to look at. So
Yeah.
so you don't have M dashes in your content or a rocket emoji. So that'd be a good one.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, feel free to use the links in the chat to get a hold of me or my team. Otherwise, it's been great sharing, this Monday with you guys. Ooh, and Giorgio popped into the chat. They say the new upcoming ChatGPT will have integration for creating AI agents.
Yes, so it's really good to have your custom GBT already created. So then you can have an agent connected to your own data, not just everybody's kind of data. So yeah, that's like why I think having a session where we learn how to make our own custom GBT will be a good, like before that kind of happens.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yes, it was great having you, Polly, as well. I will be also dropping you an email afterwards, pinpointing what happened earlier on for you. But yeah, otherwise it's great and looking forward to the next session, Robin.
Yes, absolutely. See you in 2
Great.
weeks.